Right now on the CBS3 News at 10, President Joe Biden made his first primetime address tonight. We break down what his message is. Plus, health officials confirmed another COVID variant is spreading in the state of Minnesota, where the variant came from, and how Minnesota's unemployment rate is doing, despite some minority groups still struggling.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm John Cardinale. Thanks for joining us. Kristen is off tonight. 1 year ago tonight, the pandemic officially began. There were fewer than 1,200 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the U.S. and fewer than 40 deaths. Tonight, President Biden paid respect to more than 500,000 Americans who have died since the global pandemic hit a year ago and looked at plans for a brighter future. CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
In his first televised primetime address, President Biden led the nation in mourning a year to the day since the global pandemic was declared.
We all lost something, a collective suffering, a collective sacrifice, a year filled with the loss of life and the loss of living for all of us.
The president also announced new steps to help bring the coronavirus under control, directing states to make all adults eligible for the vaccine no later than May 1st.
That's much earlier than expected. Let me be clear. That doesn't mean everyone's going to have that shot immediately, but it means you'll be able to get in line beginning May 1.
The president also announced at the start of May the government will launch a new website aimed at making it easier for people to find vaccines and schedule appointments.
This speech comes the same day President Biden signed his nearly $2 trillion COVID relief package into law after Congress passed it on a party line vote.
In the coming weeks and months, I'll be traveling along with the First Lady, the Vice President, the Second Gentleman, members of my cabinet, to speak directly to you, to tell you the truth about how the American Rescue Plan meets the moment.
While acknowledging the challenges that remain ahead, the president said his goal is to put the nation on a path to getting closer to normal by July 4th.
There's a good chance you, your families and friends will be able to get together in your backyard or in your neighborhood and have a cookout or a barbecue and celebrate Independence Day.
That raises hope that moments like this, a Pennsylvania boy reuniting with his vaccinated grandmother, will become more common each day. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And President Biden also laid out plans to ramp up the number of vaccination sites and said he'll deploy 4,000 more troops in that effort. And tonight, Governor Tim Walz released a statement following President Biden's national address. He said, quote, "Minnesota is ready." The president's announcement tonight is the shot in the arm we all need. With a strong federal partner and the work we have done in Minnesota to prepare, we're ready to meet this moment and end this pandemic. Health officials confirmed another COVID variant is spreading here in the state of Minnesota. The Minnesota Department of Health reported its first case of the South African variant. Department reps say the patient had no recent travel history, but may have had contact with someone who traveled. The South African variant is thought to be more contagious than the original COVID strain, but researchers don't know if it causes more severe illness. Nearly 100 cases of this variant have been reported in 21 other states, including Wisconsin. It is named for where the strain was first identified. And as cases in the state drop, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is expected to dial back COVID restrictions tomorrow. Walz will address Minnesotans tomorrow at 11 a.m. His office hasn't said what changes the governor will make to current COVID restrictions. You can watch the governor's announcement tomorrow live right here on CBS3. We'll also be streaming it live on our website. 11% of Wisconsinites are fully vaccinated, and almost 1 in 5 have received at least one dose of the shot. And some more good news. Another 2 million people will soon be eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine in Wisconsin. So, do you make the cut? Naomi Knowles explains.
Asthma, cancer, type 1 and 2 diabetes, liver disease. All those and more will qualify you for the COVID-19 vaccine in Wisconsin starting March 29th.
It is based on the best evidence we have about which medical conditions make someone more vulnerable to severe illness or death.
But one metric alone that could include almost 70% of Wisconsin, a BMI of 25 or higher. In total, the newly eligible group is more than 2 million people. It could be closer to 3, but ultimately it's hard to tell exactly.
Of the total people in this group that would be eligible, a whole bunch of them are already done.
You won't need to prove your condition no matter where you get a vaccine, but health providers may prioritize based on risk when reaching out for scheduling.
But DHS is not mandating or requiring that any sub-prioritization happen. Everyone who is eligible under this group by virtue of having any of these conditions is now eligible.
Earlier today, a public health representative said Dane County would be ready to roll through its share of people.
If the supply is there, we have the capacity to be able to go through this group fairly quickly.
And if you still don't qualify, well, you'll have to wait. The state is not opening up categories for other essential workers, but expects to open vaccines to the rest of the general public sometime in May.
And if you're lucky enough not to have one of these health conditions, you will be lucky enough to be included in May.
And there's no set date in May for when everyone else will become eligible, but DHS plans to use factors like how many vaccines they're getting a week and what percentage of the existing groups are finished. In Michigan, more than 1 million people are fully vaccinated against COVID-19. In about 3 months, Michigan health leaders have been able to fully vaccinate about 1 million people. But to reach herd immunity, health officials say the state needs to vaccinate a total of at least 5.5 million people. Bronson Hospital's director of infectious prevention says even if you've already had COVID-19, you should get the shot to help completely get rid of the virus.
The vaccine eliminates that individual variability and gives everyone optimal protection versus having the infection, which you may or may not be protected.
Dr. Van Enck added some health leaders are being optimistic, hoping herd immunity can be reached by the 4th of July. Dave's here now with a look at weather, and you got a nice photo there from earlier today. Dave, tell us a little bit about it.
All right, that comes courtesy of Aaron DeBazo, a weather fan from Proctor who must have been migrating over towards Lincoln Park, sends us this shot of 18th Avenue West. A lot of historic buildings in that neighborhood. But what we're looking at here is how quickly the streets cleaned up. After 7 inches of snow here in Duluth, it sure melted off the roadways very quickly, though you can still see it piled up a little bit on the edges. Well, taking a look at the Doppler map right now, we talked about a 20% chance for very light snow showers from a trailing low following last night's bigger system. And yeah, that's been kicking up a little bit of snow dust there in northern Minnesota and now starting to slide towards the Bayfield Peninsula. Probably isn't going to add up to anything, though, so it's really more decorative than anything else. In general, higher pressure's taking over, higher pressure from Canada. So temperatures are going down. Tonight in the Arrowhead of Minnesota could go into the single digits, 13 for the Twin Ports. And tomorrow afternoon's high temp of 32 is normal. After 3 weeks of up and down, we're where we're supposed to be. Will we stay there? I'll let you know with the 7-day forecast coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. A Duluth man is facing numerous federal charges after investigators say he stole COVID relief funds. The U.S. Attorney's Office indicted 34-year-old Jared Fege on 16 counts, including wire fraud, bank fraud, identity theft, and being a felon with a firearm. According to the indictment, Fege submitted fraudulent applications for COVID relief funds. He reportedly used the names, birth dates, and social security numbers of at least 25 people. The U.S. Attorney's Office says he also invented fake businesses, had fake passports, and used fake bank accounts to withdraw large amounts of money. And this isn't Fege's first run-in with the law. According to Minnesota court records, he's already been found guilty of felony theft twice, among other charges. A new report finds Minnesota's unemployment rate is almost 2% better than the national average. The unemployment rate for Minnesotans sat around 4.5% in January, according to the Deed report. Even though there's been improvement, the deepest impacts from the pandemic are being felt by people of color. The unemployment rate for black Minnesotans sits above 9%. But on a positive note, the state replaced all but 1,000 of the jobs they lost in December, which is something state leaders say is a promising sign.
You know, winter is always a tough time for recovery in this state. We're hopeful that as consumer confidence continues to rise and more businesses are able to accelerate their growth, that we'll see even better report in the future.
Of the 416,000 jobs lost from February through April of last year, the state gained back almost half of them. Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project is nearly halfway complete. Because of successful winter construction, the pipeline nears the 50% completion mark. Starting in April, pipeline work will pause for about 2 months because of seasonal restrictions. During that time, crews will work on the line's 8 pump station facilities. A Line 3 rep says the project is set for completion late this year. The Rotary Club of Superior will be hosting its 9th annual beer and wine event, but it's going to look a little different this year. Due to the pandemic, the event will be formatted as an online auction and will take place on Bidding Owl from April 26th to May 2nd. Proceeds from the auction will benefit WITC Dreamkeepers Fund, Northwest Wisconsin Community Service Agency, and Rotary Club of Superior International Projects. If you'd like to participate in the auction, there's a link on our website. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, a Duluth native and law student is launching a nationwide campaign to remove gender-based language from the state constitutions. We'll bring you the details. Plus, a Duluthian participating in the Iditarod had to stop participating in the race. Why? Coming up.
Today's record low is 24 below from 1948, and we left our cold period a couple weeks ago, then entered a warm spell. Tomorrow it's going to be normal, near 32. Well, things I think are going to warm up for the weekend, at least a little bit. I'll tell you why coming up after our break.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Welcome to Medical Insight, a weekly healthcare feature brought to you by the experts at Essentia Health. Here's your host, Louis St. George.
Today on Medical Insight, we'll look at Essentia Health's home monitoring program, which tracks patients' well-being remotely through technology on a tablet with an oximeter, blood pressure cuff, and thermometer.
Home monitoring is the technology that allows us to be able to monitor a patient in their home, outside of the clinic, outside of the hospital, allows providers and the care teams to be able to identify how patients are doing even when they're not in sight. So it doesn't require the patient to be continuously hooked up on a monitor. It doesn't require a lot of time. The results are taken quickly and able to be reported back to the care teams.
We will have RNs and LPNs that will be monitoring the dashboard 24 hours a day and reaching out anytime a vital comes in that's out of range or a questionnaire is out of range and the patient needs help.
People who are eligible include those with COVID-19, as well as select conditions like cancer or heart failure. The goal is intervention.
We don't want to practice medicine waiting for the 11th hour crisis to happen, because that entails a lot of suffering on the part of the patient and the family, and a lot of anxiety and worry. If we can go upstream and try to detect signs or symptoms of a worsening condition, we can make an intervention in real time and try to make a change in that person's life. We feel that people living with chronic illnesses will live longer and they will live a higher quality of life.
Other advantages of home monitoring include reducing hospital visits and getting patients home sooner, lowering healthcare costs, and reducing unnecessary travel. For Medical Insight, I'm Louis St. George.
To learn more about this and other health topics, visit essentiahealth.org/medicalinsight.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $400 a month as a new donor while saving lives. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and iGive rewards points. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night. Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Join us weeknights. We're live at 5 as we go around the Northland, city by city.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Lulich Implement. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
All right, let's take one last look at some snow totals here. I've mixed them up a little bit since earlier today. Well, we start on top with the big winners. If you really love snow, yeah, you did win with 11 inches in Embarrass, and Cook wasn't too far behind. In fact, they were tied. Babbitt, 10 inches, Chisholm, 9, Tower Sedan, 8, Duluth, many neighborhoods, just a hair over 7 inches, and Hoyt Lake's got about 5.5. But on the Wisconsin-Michigan side of life, where it was warmer and it was rainier, they didn't get that much snow. Oulu, for example, 2 inches. Well, Now we're going to dry up, and we won't get another precip chance perhaps until Monday, and that may be the only one we get the next week, and it doesn't look like an impressive chance right now. Here's a quick look at what's going on live-wise for downtown Two Harbors, and yeah, folks, they're sure recovered quickly from that snow. Roads are nice and clean, but the lawns, yeah, they have a fresh coat of white on them, at least for a little while. You know, a lot of that may go away on Saturday with a big warm-up, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. First, though, quick look at the current conditions at Duluth Airport. 30 degrees, 75% for the relative humidity. West-northwest winds hitting 14 miles per hour, and the air pressure is high at 30.18 inches of mercury. High pressure sliding in from Canada is going to bring us a mostly sunny sky for Friday. Current temps, well, low 30s for the Upper Peninsula and a range of 33 to 37 in northwestern Wisconsin. La Pointe, close to the water, the warm spot as usual. 28 in Cloquet, 4 degrees warmer in Moose Lake, 34 for Two Harbors, 24 Evelyn, Virginia, 17 International Falls. International Falls leading the charge towards 5 above. That's where things could go down to in the Arrowhead as the night goes on, and maybe the teens for the rest of us. So that Canadian high-pressure air coming in will cool things down for one day. Then we're going to surge upwards temperature-wise on Saturday. Right now, yeah, we've got a couple of very light snow showers popping up around the region. That's a small low-pressure trough behind yesterday's bigger storm. That should be gone by tomorrow morning. Then the high pressure takes over with sunshine for Friday, and we'll probably stay sunny on Saturday, but boy, are we going to get warm. We've got the classic Chinook wind coming in off the backside of the Rockies, compressional heating of downsloping winds coming our way with a westerly component and sending temps up towards 50, which in turn cools down again once we get into Sunday. And by Monday, there's a small low that could bring us a chance for a dusting of snow. Tonight in Minnesota, low temps anywhere from 5 to 18. For Wisconsin and Michigan, we'll say 15 to 17, or 14 to 17. Well, either way. Tomorrow's high temps, Wisconsin, Michigan, 30 to 35 with a mostly sunny sky. Sunny for Minnesota with high temps there, 29 to 35, and that's all pretty close to normal. But then we surge to 49, 50 on Saturday thanks to the Chinook, which goes away on Sunday, and it cools back down into the 30s. Then the rest of the week we ride out about 37 to 40, 30% chance for light snow on Monday, may be the only precip we get during the next 7 days.
All right, thanks, Dave. Some small words in the Minnesota's Constitution have inspired a local group to push for a big change. And it all has to do with who's included in the state's top legal document. CBS3's Natalie Grant spoke to the leader of He to We about why this issue should matter to everyone.
Language matters. That's the message the team at He to We is hoping the Minnesota legislature hears.
In an equitable society, this wouldn't be here. So someone has to remove it and change it.
Duluth native Kristen Tapp first introduced her bill in 2016. She's hoping to amend the Minnesota Constitution, changing gendered phrases like he to terms that include everyone.
I noticed that everyone in the Constitution was presumed to be male, and I found this quite outdated and had like a pretty good laugh about it, considering how I was female and my boss was female. Our two state senators are both females. Our chief justice is a female, lieutenant governor. I mean, the list goes on and on.
It didn't gain enough traction at the time. Now she's relaunching the effort with help from students at the University of Minnesota. Morgan Kerfeld is one of several students working with the campaign. She says the bill has opened her eyes to change long overdue.
You know, as we look at younger girls, right, who are coming up into the law spaces or political space, if they're not seeing themselves represented in our legislature and in these documents, then why would they ever think that they can go do that?
Now, the team has launched an online presence where people can get involved. It has resources showing similar efforts across the country.
You know, California made this amendment back in 1974. I think New York did it like 20 years ago. Utah just made the change a year ago themselves. So there are some states that have already made this change.
A small change with a big impact, inspiring tomorrow's leaders, whatever their gender.
And Trapp says she has bipartisan support for the bill in Minnesota. It had a hearing in the House, but has yet to receive a Senate hearing. If you'd like to learn more about the campaign, we have a link on our website. Iditarod organizers say a veteran musher from Duluth was removed from the race Wednesday after he tested positive for the coronavirus. Organizers say former Duluth City Attorney Gunnar Johnson was withdrawn from the event at the McGrath, Alaska checkpoint. Iditarod Race Marshal Mark Nordman, working with epidemiologist Dr. Jody Guest, made the decision to remove Johnson, who is asymptomatic, based on the rules set in the race's COVID-19 mitigation plan. The organizers say Johnson is incredibly disappointed and felt his dog team looked great. He had 14 dogs racing with him. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a portion of the aerial lift bridge's sidewalk is closed. Why it's closed? How it's dangerous. Next.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
For 6 days only, Home Furniture has put everything on sale, and you can finance it free for 6 years. 6 days of savings, 6 years, 0 interest financing. The 646 sale, only at Home Furniture.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Auto collisions, work injuries, all injuries. Call anytime, 218-576-8599. Free consultation, no recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
Mom, I'm here. Mom, where are you? Help. Mom?
Without emergency protection, you risk your life. But with Life Alert, one press of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-458-9565. That's 1-800-458-9565. Call now, 1-800-458-9565. For a free brochure, call 1-800-458-9565.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams.
American Family Insurance.
Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick parks it so. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kind of got a sixth sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
You brought all these players in your Buick?
Yep.
So you.
It is.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Get $2,700 purchase cash on Encore GX models. Plus, current eligible Buick owners get an additional $750 allowance. Visit your Lake Country Buick dealer.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. Join me, Kristen Bakke, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining.
Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Bakke every Tuesday at 10. Only on Live Local CBS 3.
It's BOGO time. Buy one rug at sale price and get another rug free at Homeworld Rugs. Mix and match from over 30 patterns and up to 11 sizes. Rug experts in every showroom can help you find the perfect rug. Buy one, get one rug free. Now in all home furniture locations.
Get your new John Deere tractor from Duluth Lawn and Sport, the region's largest power sports dealer.
March is Women's History Month, and all throughout the month on CBS 3 this morning, we'll be highlighting women in history who have made a difference. So be sure to tune in every morning at 5 a.m.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. CBS 3 Sports is brought to you by Northland Lawn Sport and Equipment.
A portion of the aerial lift bridge's sidewalk is shut down due to last night's storm. The Duluth city officials say the lakeside walkway beneath the bridge is closed until further notice. A combination of warm temps and wind caused ice to fall from the bridge, creating a hazard to pedestrians. Aerial lift bridge operators asked people to use caution when in the area. The bay side remains open and safe to use. Officials say the closed portion will reopen as soon as the ice and snow has melted. And in sports, some unfortunate news for the Duluth East Greyhounds. Kelly Hinseth has the details next.
Get local vaccine information all at CBS3Duluth.com.
So much time at home. I need new furniture.
Dylan, it's Slumberland's Build Your Room sale. Look what you can get for just $20, $30, or $40 a month. How about a dining room for just $20 a month?
I'm more of a pizza in front of the TV kind of guy. Recliners. I've always wanted a couple of those.
How about 2 of these for just $30 a month when you spend $1,800 and pay no interest for 5 years?
Well, hello, Slumberland.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades, built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience this award-winning lineup today. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 years straight and counting.
Now get up to $5,000 in total savings on the all-new 2021 F-150, only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a dependable Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota L-Series tractor. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
No one serves you better than Bullet Implement.
Greg ended up being a fantastic candidate for a partial knee replacement. We have the advantage here at Memorial Medical Center to use Corey, which is a robotic platform for doing knee replacement. In Greg's case, the system allows us to go in, we do a 3D mapping of his actual knee. Then we can do a simulated knee replacement where we can change the size of the components, the type of component that we're going to put in. We can change the position of the components in 0.5 millimeter increment in 0.5 degree. It gives us a level of input and information that we never had before.
We are excited to announce that our newest luxury apartment building, The View at Bluestone, is now leasing for 2021. Lease with us and you'll enjoy amazing amenities like a hot tub, pool, fitness center, pet spa, parking garage, and so much more.
I am most excited about the view that I get to look at Canal Park and see Duluth and the lift bridge. I get to look over Lake Superior.
New year, new home, new view. Schedule a tour at viewatbluestone.com.
When facing a major healthcare decision, it's wise to seek a second opinion from a team of established experts. Financial decisions deserve the same level of care and expertise. At MPPL Financial, we develop your plan by assembling a personalized team that includes experts in multiple disciplines. So the result is a coordinated care plan that covers all areas of your financial life. Your outcome depends on the quality of care you receive. Call today to set up your free second opinion consultation or visit MPPLfinancial.com.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, we are just days away from the opening of the Minnesota boys hockey playoffs, but unfortunately for the Duluth East Greyhounds, they will not be participating in the rest of their season. According to the Duluth East Hockey Facebook page, a Greyhound hockey player has tested positive for COVID-19. That means that their team quarantine would cut into the opening round of the section playoffs, and their season will be over. East most recently played at Hermantown on Monday night and had 2 games remaining on their regular season schedule. They finished 6-8-2 overall. And speaking of Hermantown, they come off their season sweep over the Greyhounds, hosting Cloquet Esco Carleton tonight. Joey Pierce was dressed for tonight's matchup after being out of the lineup. First period, Hawks control. Cameron Pietruza dumps it out for Cole Antcliffe, who puts it past Zach Timon, 14th goal of the season. Still in the first, Dominic Thomas takes the feed from George Peterson. Thomas puts that one home. 2-0 is how the first period would end, and the Hawks go on to win this one handily, 5-1 the final. Up on the range, Hibbing Chisholm welcoming in Virginia MIB for our final My9 hockey game of the season. First period, a shot from the point turns into a loose puck out in front, and Ethan Lund makes that one slide in as the Blue Jackets take a 1-0 lead. That lead lasts for all of about 90 seconds. Ryan Mannion with the long pass right in front for Ben Irvin, who finishes it off to tie things up. It's 1-1. Blue Jackets score 2 unanswered to take the 3-1 lead into the second, but the Blue Devils answer right back in the third. Tied at 3 apiece with under 3 minutes to go. It's Connor Willard with the heck of a pass over to Joe Allison, who goes top cheddar. And that is the game winner for the Jackets. Hibbing Chisholm goes on to win 4-3 the final. Well, the word is out on the Duluth Marshall boys basketball team. They've asserted themselves as one of the best teams in the Northland. The Hilltoppers haven't lost since January, currently on a 10-game win streak. Their regular season finale was tonight at home against Cloquet. Hilltoppers were up by as many as 17 in the first half. It was looking like a runaway. Oscar Tim got his, a game-high 27 points, but the Jacks weren't going away that easy. They whittled it down to single digits early in the second. Adam Schneider gets them back within 7, and with 5 to go, we've got a ball game. Schneider with the stop and pop. He had 18, and Cloquet leads 59-58. They had everything rolling from there on out. Connor Barney catch a body, 3 points the hard way. He had 17 himself. Cloquet storms back to snap Marshall's 10-game win streak, 84-70, the final. And switching to some volleyball action, Superior hosting Eau Claire Memorial tonight. Not exactly the start the Spartans were looking for. A 12-5 run by the Old Abe's to open this one up. Maya Gerlach finds the corner there. They did gain some ground shortly after. Captain Olivia Linden over to Destiny Herring. They kept it in single digits for the time being, but Memorial would run away with it. 6 aces for libero Maya Anderson in the first set alone, which they took 25-13. Old Abe's sweep the Spartans 3-0 the final. The state ski meet continued up in Biwabik today with day 1 of the high school Nordic races for the girls. Duluth East as a team finishes 3rd overall, with Lily Brown coming in as its top finisher, 7th overall with a time of 11 minutes 50 seconds. Other notable finishes: Della Bettendorf of Proctor Hermantown finishes 12th overall. Lydia Skelton from Mesabi East finishes 17th, and Lucy Campbell of Mesabi East finishes 19th. The meet concludes tomorrow with the boys' races at Giants Ridge. And that is going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. If you're 50 or older, ask your doctor about screening options.
At Mediacom, we know the future is ours to create. That's why we built an incredibly advanced fiber-powered network. So today, when lives are being challenged more than ever, we're working harder than ever to help families move forward, businesses restart, and our communities get back on their feet. Mediacom is up for this challenge. Our network is ready, our people are powerful, and we won't back down.
Honey, what are you doing?
Carpet's getting a little long. Tripping hazard.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Run! Who wants a brat?
Honey, just get in already.
It's okay to be a little overprotective.
Seriously?
After all, it's how we feel about our customers. Western National Insurance.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree dental card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree dental card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree dental card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-945-8449 to receive your free Carefree dental card information kit.
As medical professionals, we work hard to protect our families and neighbors.
Access North has partnered with the Minnesota Department of Health to be a covert community coordinator.
Thank you, Access North, for being an advocate and a resource for people with disabilities.
Contact Access North Center for Independent Living, your local COVID community coordinator resource for people with disabilities.
Mask up and keep each other safe, Minnesota.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men, celebrating 30 years in business in 2021 with 30% off store-wide, downtown Duluth.
And before we go tonight, some folks may say video games are distractions, especially for those learning at home. But one Minnesota professor decided to try and change that. David Davies, a professor of anthropology, is using the game Minecraft to teach anthropology students this semester. Davey says it's a bit of a social experiment, turning a play space into a classroom space in order to have interaction with his students during the pandemic. Instead of gathering at the Old Main or Drew Science Center for class, student avatars gather at the virtual version of those buildings that students create. And that is definitely an interesting take there. I don't know if if I would want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have the patience. My kids play Minecraft, but I haven't got the time. We've got time for sunshine, though, from Friday through Sunday, with a cool down tomorrow and a warm-up on Saturday.
That's the news for now. Have a good night.